Before the cameras, before the global fame, before the world saw him as an icon, he made a choice that would quietly define his life. He chose commitment over chaos, depth over drama, and family over everything else. Because when it comes to Hugh Jackman, the real story isn't just who he played on screen. It's who he chose to love, how he built his marriage, and the way he became a father. Let's go deep. This is the full, detailed story of his relationships, marriage, and children. Relationships. A connection that started without noise. How it all began. In 1995, on the set of the Australian TV series Corelli, Hugh Jackman met Deborra-Lee Furness. At that time, she was already an established actress in Australia. He was fresh out of drama school, still finding his footing. On paper, it didn't look like a typical, power couple, beginning. But real connections rarely do. Hugh has shared that he developed a crush on her almost immediately, but instead of rushing in, he held back, respecting her space and professionalism. Eventually, the feeling became mutual. And once it did, things moved fast. Why their bond was different. From the start, their relationship stood out because it wasn't built on fame, public validation, industry expectations. It was built on genuine friendship, emotional openness, shared values about life and family. They laughed together. They supported each other. They understood each other. And in an industry driven by image, they chose authenticity. Marriage. Nearly 3 decades of loyalty and growth. The wedding. Hugh Jackman and Deborra-Lee Furness married in April 1996, just about a year after meeting. That decision alone raised eyebrows. A 13-year age gap. She was older. Hugh was still early in his career. They weren't yet a global celebrity couple. But they weren't trying to impress anyone. They were building something real. The foundation of their marriage. Their relationship lasted 27 years, which in Hollywood terms is almost unheard of. Why did it work for so long? 1. Mutual respect. They consistently spoke highly of each other, publicly and privately. 2. Emotional support. As Hugh's career skyrocketed, especially after X-Men, Deborra-Lee remained a stabilizing force. She supported him before the fame, and stayed grounded through it. 3. Clear priorities. They made a conscious decision early on. Family comes first. This influenced the roles Hugh accepted, the time he spent at home, their approach to raising children. 4. Communication and renewal. Hugh once mentioned that they informally renewed their commitment to each other over time, not necessarily through ceremonies, but through ongoing effort. They didn't assume love would last. They worked at it. Life in the public eye. Despite being a high-profile couple, they avoided unnecessary media attention, rarely engaged in public controversy, maintained a relatively private personal life. Their relationship became known as stable, respectful, enduring, something rare in celebrity culture. The separation, a different kind of ending. In September 2023, after nearly 3 decades together, Hugh Jackman and Deborra-Lee Furness announced their separation. But the way they handled it said everything about their relationship. Their joint statement emphasized gratitude for their time together, growth as individuals, continued mutual respect. There was no scandal, no public conflict, no blame narrative. This wasn't a dramatic breakup. It was a measured, thoughtful transition. A reminder that even long, meaningful relationships can evolve without collapsing. Children. Building a family through choice. The decision to adopt. Hugh and Deborra-Lee faced fertility challenges early in their marriage. Rather than viewing this as a limitation, they made a conscious decision. They would build their family through adoption. This wasn't a backup plan. It became their path. Oscar Maximilian Jackman, born 2000. Their first child, Oscar, was adopted in 2000. Hugh has spoken about fatherhood beginning as both exciting, intimidating. Like many new parents, he had to grow into the role. But once he did, it became central to his identity. Ava Elliott Jackman, born 2005. Their second child, Ava, joined the family in 2005. By then, Hugh was more experienced, but no less emotionally invested. With both children, the focus remained the same. Love, stability, and guidance, not spotlight. Parenting philosophy. Hugh Jackman approached parenting with intention. 1. Privacy. He made a deliberate effort to keep his children out of constant media exposure. 2. Grounding. Despite wealth and fame, he emphasized humility, gratitude, awareness of the world beyond privilege. 3. Presence. He structured his career to spend meaningful time with his family. That meant taking breaks from filming, prioritizing home life, being physically and emotionally available. Fatherhood. His core identity. Hugh has repeatedly described fatherhood as the most important role of my life. Not as a cliché, but as a genuine priority. He's spoken about learning from his children, being challenged by parenting, finding purpose beyond career success. And perhaps most importantly, he shows up. The deeper meaning, what his family life reveals. When you step back, Hugh Jackman's personal life tells a bigger story. Commitment over convenience. A 27-year marriage built on effort, not image. Respect over drama. Even in separation, dignity came first. Family over fame. Career decisions were often shaped around his children. Love is action, not just words, but consistency, presence, and care. The man behind the roles. Some actors build legendary careers. Few build meaningful lives alongside them. Hugh Jackman did both. From a deep, enduring partnership with Deborra-Lee Furness, to raising 2 children with intention and care, to navigating change with maturity. His story isn't perfect. It's something more powerful. It's real. And in a world that often rewards noise, he built something lasting through quiet strength, loyalty, and love.